We are live. Yeah. Good day, everyone. We are live on Facebook. While everyone connecting, maybe put in a chat from where you are, and make sure you are now sharing this link to everyone, because we have really special day today with really two special people. As you know, tomorrow 22/02/2022, we have a launch of WCRU program, and I wanted to invite Armand's Murnieks and Mila serdjukova for this special pre-launch day, because all of us, we've been part of this project since day one. And I know some of you been part of this project maybe 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, and there are still plenty of questions. What is going on, how we started, where we are going, what the benefits for you is to hold WCRU, what will be the future plans, because I know many people asking what is phase 2, what the benefits I'm gonna get. So that's why I have here Mila and Armand's. If you don't know Armand's and Mila, you can ask someone else, or maybe Mila will little bit introduce. But Armand's and Mila I know already for 7 years, and they've been incredible big asset for development. So I'm so grateful to be with you here, Mila and Armand's. So maybe Mila, in a brief, how you started and why did you involved in this project?
Thanks a lot, Alena. Well, I'm also very happy to be here today, and I believe this is one of the really cornerstone moments of life when our company goes to the different phase of the development. And you just said about 7 years. I mean, it just unbelievable, 7 years. Well, when I started, we had nothing but ambitious idea and and desire to make the world a better place. And when I started, it was all about having education, and we've been part of another project which is today actually still on the market. They're doing very well, but with the time we realized that the world is moving so fast, and if you want to be competitive, if you want to really create the new economic evolution of the world, and this is the heart of our business, then we should definitely expand. We need to expand with our targets, with our ambitions. We need to expand with who we are. And WCRU and Crypto Union program, this is still one of the biggest projects I ever participated. If somebody has told me 10 years ago that I will be co-owner of the Golden Mines, basalt company, crypto, blockchain companies, I will be like, what drugs are you using? But here I am 7 years later, and I'm so proudly happy to be part of this project from the client point of view, from the business point of view, and co-ownership. So this is me with my journey, but I'm very happy that we have opportunity today to share with you some of the next phases development.
Definitely, yeah. I really love what you was mentioning about new economical evolution in the world. One of my big drive for this project is the mission and vision. Personally, I'm sick and tired when me and all my friends and all the world is living in this labor society, and I really love how we can help many people, and academy as well. But we will get there. Armand, how you started? We can't hear you.
Hello. So hopefully you hear me. Thank you very much, Alena and Mila, for inviting me. I have a little bit noise coming from my daughter, so because she can't understand what is a hot seat. When I explain her, it's quite difficult when she's only almost 2. But yeah, so getting back to your question, I would say that probably the most important, what I found here is belonging. So I already shared this with many other leaders. So I was talking about, it doesn't matter, okay, where you are, which country you are coming from, or which religion you belong to. But the most important is that people, they are meant to be, let's say, with some societies, right? So either you are Christian, so it means that you will be in a society of the Christians. If you're Muslim, you will be in a Muslim society. So if you are, let's say, vaccinated, you will be, you know, protecting the vaccinated people. If you're unvaccinated, you will be protecting unvaccinated, you know, movement. It doesn't matter what's going on in the world. So the people would like to belong to something or let's say some community, and then they are looking into what is there for them. And when I started, I remember that it for me it was like this huge pivot when I realized that I have to do something huge in my life, because one way or another we will die, right? But the question is, how people will be remembering you. And I think that our project, it combines everything. So here, I just recently spoke to some people here in Dubai. I spoke to them and they said, Armand, like, how do you know all that? Like where you were studying, what is your background? You know, like all these questions that ordinary people are asking, because they think that if you are going to the Harvard University, then you are coming out there with a silver spoon in your mouth, even if you didn't born in a you know family with the silver spoon. So I told them that this is a new economic coalition of the world that we are implementing, and we have here all the tools, all the accesses, you know, to develop ourselves. So I don't know, okay, not right now I know, but I would say averagely, right, I know about the crypto. But when we started, like we were as a blank sheet of paper. Like I was afraid even, you know, to hear the word crypto back in 2015, right? Like, what? What is that? But then you start to dig deeper, you start to question, and you start to understand that, okay, there is something, you know, meaningful behind it. And I remember little by little, so you are putting all these puzzle pieces together, and then you start to understand how it works, right? And when you understand how it works, so now you become an expert. You don't value that you are expert, but those people to whom you are sharing this idea, they think that you are expert, and they are valuing you as expert. So, and now getting back to the, let's say, main topic, right? That a lot of people today, they are looking for some places that they would like to belong to. And I think that this is the greatest opportunity, because here you have your personal development, you have your financial development, you have your asset development, you have your friend development, you have your, name me what we don't have it here, okay? Experience, traveling, possibilities, and different level of your lifestyle. I think that this is great.
Definitely, 100%. And I know many people who are newcomers in this project, less than 6 months, they feel they know not everything, but they are in completely different world. It's definitely, and so Armand and Mila, so basically what I understood and what I know, this is for everyone, opportunity. Everyone can be part of it. Everyone who wanting to be somewhere in better world, in better environment. So thank you so much. And Armand, you mentioned also about academy. I know how academy changed my way of thinking. And I know when we are talking, like I personally, when I talk about WCRU, people don't understand. And like what we do, we take first people through the academy, because majority of the people have no clue what is index funds, what is shares, what is digital shares. So I believe, and so easier for us when we take through the academy, So how academy you thinking also can, connecting together with our project?
This question to me or to Mila or to both of us?
Mila, maybe you just answered. Maybe Mila.
Well, me personally, I really seen the very big advantage of education and like in generally. And I'm not talking about like old school education. There are different types of education in the world. I'm not talking about alternative when you are adult and when you select what you would like to learn and from who. This is important. There are so many different education, but you also need to know from who to learn. And when I been part of them, like introduced to the company, my desire was to become a financially and investment literate person, because I understood after reading, so many books, and like for me, the Robert Kiyosaki Poor Dad and Rich Dad was the first book when I put this question mark, how I can get from E quadrant to I investor and be businessman. So then I started searching, and what I realized that I'm lacking education of what is investment. Because if I would have been offered invest 10 years ago in any company, I would really struggle to understand where I can start, what shall I do, how can I evaluate the company. And if I look today on my journey, I can see that today what I have created because education. Business is a great source of the money when the more you earn, the more you can invest. But investment itself, it's so important. And when we're talking about like having diversity, I believe that WCRU is one of the greatest examples where people with the maybe really little education, but they can become co-owner of the portfolio, which is so diversified. If somebody would have been asked to put entire portfolio themselves without having high knowledge investment education, people will never put portfolio like this. It's just impossible. From the money point of view, from experience point of view, it will be so hard to do. But here, because the company put infrastructure together and all what people need to do just to choose how much out of this pie I wanted to have. And we added educational courses, Academy of Private Investor, as prerequisite. So if you wanted to get hold of this golden goose who giving you golden eggs, make sure that you first get your education, get your head sorted. Otherwise, we see so many people who are into speculation. They want to buy cheap and sell for more, but this is not investment. This is speculation. Maybe it's good for somebody who's happy to accept the higher risk, but I believe in today's economy, people should think about long-term investment. So that's why education plays such a huge role in our world in general, specifically if you want to become professional, if you want to live your life, if you want to have enough dividends coming, if you don't want to worry about political, economical situations, then education is definitely prerequisite. That's why Academy of Private Investor puts together a very beautiful blend. If you want to get the best offers on WCRU, get yourself first education, pass the test, then upload certificate, and you can have up to a 50% discount. And it's massive. So your education will be paid off immediately, because the value which you spend on education, you can get back immediately after you select the investment instrument. And this is the beauty. So that's why I'm a big believer that education plays the massive role. And if people watching us who are new to investment and finance, then definitely Academy of Private Investor courses can get you to the really right start. And WCRU program, which is tomorrow going to be next phase, definitely is amazing investment instrument to start with your investment journey. You muted?
I remember before we launched WCRU program, which was last year, so it's been already 1 year, we did talk a lot about ROI and ROA, about the bull and cow. And to add what Armand was saying about the cryptocurrency, lots of people mixing up cryptocurrency and what we have. And we have definitely something, not just for us for today, but for the near future. So yeah, tomorrow is a big day, phase 2. So Mila, I also want to know, and many people who are listening, maybe Armand can end up. So what's going to happen in phase 2? So what people can expect for phase 2? So what they're going to see, what they're going to when they're going to open a back office, or what they can expect?
They will see a unicorn. It will be on the top in your back office. No, there is no magic wand. Okay, so there is a simple explanation of what gonna be. Let me try to put it into the simplest way. All right, Mila already shared, and you also. Okay, so that cryptocurrency, which is a very famous today, right, and asset-based, okay, security tokens, it's a two completely different worlds. And if you remember, we started educating people in 2014-15 through the academy about the things that actually today are mainstream. This means that because I was lucky enough, okay, to get into the education, that's why today I created my assets based on that portfolio that I have together with my family, right? And now if we like put this into the picture and trace it back, that I will never be able to have what I have today if I will be missing this education part. And that's why when I'm sharing with my friends, I'm saying, guys, I'm not lucky guy. I didn't win the lottery. Today, I have hundreds of millions of dollars in my assets, not because I'm smart, but because I'm a constant student. I'm learning every day. And now, like Mila said, she said, you most important, from whom you're learning. It doesn't make sense to go and learn from the people who wrote the book. Don't get me wrong. I also read Rich Dad and Poor Dad, okay? But I still believe, not the cash flow quadrant, but I still believe that it was written back then when the environment in the market was completely different. And even if you learn today and you read that book, you will not going to be having the same results that Robert Kiyosaki with the wife had. Which means that now you have to learn from those people who are putting in the practice, right? They don't have any clue about NFT. They don't have any clue about STO. They don't have all these clues, but we are the pioneers. We are the ones who are actually building it up. And I'm not just saying this, guys. I had a few days back, I had the meeting, right, with the authority here in Dubai, who is actually creating or setting up the rules. And when I'm explaining them what we are doing, they're saying, come on, guys, what is that? We don't have any regulation for it. How we can put the how we can give you the license if we don't have a regulation? Can you imagine what we did back then? And so many people in our top leader camp, they understand every word that I'm saying because they've been in that journey. They understand all these, steps that been taken in order to have what we have today. And all what we need to do, we just need to nicely wrap it and present it. And that's what's going to happen on the 22nd of February, 2022. Mila, anything to add? I know that you've been in this journey with me, right?
Well, apart from excitement, and we've been talking about this for really kind of long, like when we're gonna go to this stage, when we're gonna, and this is when now become in few hours, because the movement from the stage, from the phase 1 to phase 2 will be at midnight in Moscow time. So that's why it's only few hours left. And this is kind of, as Armand correctly said, it will not be like magical, you will see like something, no, it doesn't work like this. But it means for all of us that company is ready to take the next step. And from the phase 2, this is where the token will become a liquid for the first time in the history of this token. This is for the first time in the history when the token will be listed on another platforms, which are not just in our back office. And also there is a beautiful website now to get almost ready, few just things needs to be done. So when you would like to read a bit more detail about WCRU token, it will be separate landing, which will give into you the latest white paper and the latest information about token. So in the future, let's say if tomorrow you decided to talk to some people about and share idea about WCRU, you can easily share with them updated marketing materials, updated website, updated white paper, and everything will be beautifully set over there. So it's all about, we go to the next level of professionalism as well as, you know, legal roadmap to get us to where we want it to be, which is the new economic evolution of the world. So I'm super excited.
I'm excited as well. So basically, we're going to have separate website where we can read everything about the words here. That's really nice. And what I really like as well, I know, Armand, you've been working as well with big investors, right? And now this can become more public for big investors, right? More attractive.
Let me put it this way. When Steve Jobs was looking for the first investment, he was calling, I think in the movie they said like 2 weeks. So he was bombarding everyone and he said, hey guys, I need some investment because I have plans to build Apple. And all of them said, no, 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 we are not interested. No, 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 we are not interested, right? There were several people who invested. But if you will trace back that it was in 40 years ago. So after 40 years, everyone wants to be shareholder. That's how the psychology works. Okay, ordinary person, ask anyone today, would you buy Ron Wayne for 800, like would you buy his shares that he sold for $800 today if you will have a time machine? Just go there and get the 800, give them $800 and get the 10% of the shares of the Apple. Everyone will say, yes, I will. Because they know what is the result. But if you have to create the result, then people are saying, maybe I will think about it, maybe next time. And today, with the phase 2 of the WCRU, it will be less people who believe that miracle can happen, right? So now on the phase 2, we will have more serious investors because they will be having all the evidence, what already is there, okay? Plus, they will have a physical approvals for everything that is stated in the white paper. And then, that is the most important, they will be able to see that everything that was written back then, when we were just dreaming about it, just, you know, visualizing, meditating, I don't know, setting up affirmations, putting that on our dream boards. Most of the people don't have dream boards, right? Because they think that all this is bullshit. And I was also thinking that way, right? But when you put the one dream board and you see, oh my God, after 1 year, it's all tick, right? All the boxes tick. And then you create another one, then another one. And it becomes the same like coming and, you know, every morning and eat your breakfast. It's a natural. So for those people who are already with us, for them, it will be payday. They will be able to, let's say, cash out. But for those people who are joining now, who was asking and requested all the time, give me this evidence. Without evidence, I will not gonna give you any money. Give me the evidence. And now, okay, there is evidence, but excuse me, but the price is already much more higher than you can get if you will not gonna request for the evidence at the early stage. That's why some some people pay with a patient and some people pay with the money. And you are in which category? Huh?
No, this is incredible. And I really like what you also before was saying. None of us, we are lucky, but we are people who are thinking out of the box. And I remember a couple of days ago, one friend of mine, she was thanking me, Alena, thank you so much, because she realized how big we are. And I said to her, you should not say thanking me, but you should say thanks to you, because we tell everyone, right? But you was the one who listened to me and who accepted, who is dreaming big, who want to achieve all these things. And myself, for me, tomorrow is definitely the special day, because we have a family, we have our special days, our occasions, and we have these days which we never gonna forget. And for me, this day, tomorrow, will be the second day or third day from whole company's existence, special day, because I still remember last year, you remember, February 2021, when we had blockchain open and all the people were excited. This is one of the special days, and tomorrow. I am definitely super excited about this. So, okay, so there is not much magical what people should expect tomorrow, but it will magical, but nothing like big, no, that way. So, and also I know we talk about as well about a new economical evolution in the world. And Armand, you already mentioned Saturday. Andrej Havrato, he loves numerology, right? He likes the number. And I know tomorrow also is really special day from this side, from the spiritual world. Do you have maybe anything add with that?
First of all, I know that in our company, we have, let me find the right expression, okay? We have people with an open mind, and it's not only about the finances or about the education, but it's about spirituality as well. And I remember first time I was really surprised when I seen Mila meditating, because when we first met, it was completely different meeting. Apart from that moment, when Mila was actually not meditating with all of us, but she was doing the meditation. Okay, and that's why I would like to put Mila first to share, Mila, your thoughts about it, like how powerful it is and why we are actually linking all this together. And yeah, then I will take over.
Thank you. I didn't know that it's made such impression, Armand, when I was doing meditation. But it's cool, you see, we know each other for so many years, but there's still so much to explore. Well, without going too much into philosophical thinking, but I'm a big believer, and I've seen so many times proof of this, that people, that we attract who we are, and our thoughts are created our reality. So like, just think about this. So if you are creator, if you have reality because you have created this, it gives you a power to change. If, let's say, you don't like what you have today, then by you have an understanding that you're a creator, you're able to alter this reality and create alternative which will be serving better yourself and your purpose. So when I realized this, for me, it was a big aha moment. And I started looking for different instruments. How can I connect with my vision? How can I really allow myself to create new reality? And I remember it was the course actually invited by Lelda in UK. She's our common friend. And she offered me to attend Ryan Pinnock Find Your Genius session. And it was he such a beautifully put that we are like a signal, we're sending signal to people, about relationship, about the business, about, you know, everything that's like we wanted to have in our life. And this is where I really realized the power of meditation. If I can put myself in certain state when I can create, when I deeper connected with my inner feelings, inner myself, then I can do anything I ever imagine. And when you allow yourself think big, then you will attract people, opportunities, you will attract so much things. And this is what I have seen, the proof that when I was doing money magnet meditation and when I was doing different practices, magical things start appealing in my life because I was ready for them. I created my state to be receiving these gifts. So that's why I love to do the meditation. And like in our community, we have lots of aware people who see the power. And that is why I believe like we are moving so fast, because somewhere in the cosmic level, we all are sending our energy to our common mission, because we're not here just to chase in checks, but we're here to create a beautiful vision and mission. And that's why we are together. We can send much more powerful force to the universe. And tomorrow, 22nd, 2022, is a big magical day. And Alena will share with you what exactly this means. But for me, meditation and practices, this is the way of living now. And I really invite you to explore this. You will see the really big differences in your life as well. Armand, back
Yes,
to you.
Mila. Absolutely. I was impressed because I'm not hiding that I was really a party guy. I was partying 5 days a week, and for me, my reality was the next party. So which club I'm going tomorrow? And I know that many people are right now in my shoes, where I used to be. But the day that I realized that I have to do something different if I would like to have different results, that was the I would say also the magical day. You don't have to wait for the special day like tomorrow in order to create the magic. You just have to realize that, okay, something I need to change, and that will become a magical day. But something is in this, in tomorrow's date, it's something really important. And I would like to read out loud one of the message, all right, that I personally received. It's 22nd, okay, of February 2022, will be once in a 248-year event. So it means that 240, it's at least 2 generations, 3 needs to be gone in order to have this similar day, right? And they call it Pluto. And this Pluto is going to conjunct return to the United States. The last time this happened on 4th of July, 1776. Can you imagine the US, right, exact founding day of America? So the US was founded in the same Pluto. How huge it is. But nevertheless, astrologically, Pluto brings destruction and rebirth. So tomorrow, something will be distracted and there will be rebirth. So, and Rome fell when Pluto returned. So all these links that you can find yourself in internet, and there is many more interesting facts, and I will not gonna go deeper into that, but I would like to tell you one thing that I discovered. The very important thing is that if you will trace back, then all the major events, right, subjects being created or being established or implemented in these magical days. And I know that Andre, he knows more than we do, right? 100% he knows more. And this is not coincidence that he chose tomorrow. And I know that a lot of people are asking, hey guys, can you please postpone it? We still need to, do our activities. come on, guys, this date will not gonna be able to postpone. It's just happening and that's it, and it's gone. That's why for me, personally, when I started to also, after Ryan Phoenix, when I attended and I realized, oh my God, how powerful is my mind. And the most important, let's say, finding yourself, your true you, and then just, you know, release it and let it go. When I realized all that, I started to see huge changes in my life. That's why, think about it. Is it really a coincidence that the phase 2 of the WCRU is set up for the 22nd of February? Or maybe there is something that several people knows and the other people don't know. And the reason why, because they don't want to spend some time for educating themselves.
Actually, when I started interesting more about astrology, and when I was reading the book, I know people who believes astrology and numerology. They even looking the dates and special times, and they building the house. They are getting married, especially in this time, because it's going to give success. So I strong believer as well of this, and yeah, Andrei Havrato definitely choose. And what else I want to add? So maybe we have people who are listening who are not yet part of it. And we have also, correctly how we could say, people can buy CRUs and they can buy with nominated price word CRU, and maybe who's still deciding. And now this year being, and last year being a massive transformational year for many, many people. And people don't want anymore, how to put that way, exchange their hours for the dollars and to live meaningless life. Because if you've been part of this pandemic, and we know there have been transformational times and people were rethinking what I'm worth, what I want to do. So you still have a time to be as well part of Word CRU. We have 5 hours left, right? Yeah, 5 hours. Yeah, 5 hours, right? 7 o'clock now is in Moscow.
Yeah, almost.
Yeah,
5 hours and 22 minutes.
Yeah.
And this day also will be gone. All right.
Exactly.
Don't think that it will be magically appearing tomorrow.
No, definitely. Definitely do not miss. I don't regret. I just looking forward for the future. Mila, you already explained about the academy, what already been done and where we are going, and all the mission and all the stages. This is definitely exciting for all of us. And who drinks maybe alcohol can open champagnes. Who drinks non-alcohol drinks, open, I don't know, non-alcoholic drinks, celebrate, because we done it together. And Armand, I really love what you were saying. People who believe it, we done all together this, because how I see this project, all of us, we are puzzle of this big picture, and you believe it. And it does not matter, you bring big structures, you bring big money, you are here, we build together, and we done incredible things. And like Mila was on beginning saying, we have massive portfolio today. Massive projects are running, perfumes, cards, everything, and we done all together. And tomorrow we have this special day when we can celebrate of phase 2 of Word CRU program.
So every hour it's less and less and less. But I don't know, guys, if you can see, but on Facebook we have 600 people, lots of hearts, lots of thumbs up. I can see everybody like on Facebook, and this is amazing to feel like that's everybody is so connected. And I guess to wrap it up, not to keep it long, this hot seat, you know, what is important? It doesn't matter if you're very new to this company, or maybe you've been, you know, long-term member. There is always an opportunity for you to grow, for you to have more earnings, for you to have more portfolio assets, for you to create more and achieve more. And I really would like you to use tomorrow day to put some ambitious, what is that really you would like to have this year? We have so many new product launches. Another one will be on 24, the bigger Evoscent program, which is deserve another 1 hour hot seat just for Evoscent. But we have so many interesting projects to be launched on this year, and company has a massive plans to really play big this year. When I mean play big, it means like if before we were like in kindergarten, now our project is going to the school. There is still lots of things to learn being in school, right? And there's still adult life. But for our projects, then we're definitely going to the next levels. So dream big, really think about what would you like to achieve this year. You have amazing instruments. You have all what you need for you to be successful. So choose wisely, and congrats to everybody for joining us today. And tomorrow, in a few hours, we're going to celebrate together phase number 2 of the WCRU development.
Thank you, Mila.
Yes, I just would like to add, Mila said that we are going to the school, right? And I remember when I went from the kindergarten to the school, the first month, I didn't like it. Because in the kindergarten, it was more fun, right? Well, why you brought me to the school? So, but you have to grow. You have to develop yourself. You have to get to the different level. You have to get to the completely different phase in order for you to become stronger, to become more wiser, to become more prepared and execute more. And I would like to get back to those people who are right now showing all these thumbs ups and hearts, sending, you know, all this love. First of all, thanks to all of you. And I would like to right now dig deeper, okay, and get this message to those people who by some reason left or stepped back, or maybe they are sitting on a bench and watching what's going to happen. Maybe I wasn't sure, you know, enough that this company will really take over. These doubts are normal because, guys, I'm very honestly telling you that I also had, and you can see one of my video that I was doing on Facebook. It just appeared today, and I was rewatching again what I was saying, and it was the moment when some people gave me, you know, some like a fact, and I was thinking, I was doubting myself. Oh, am I really doing something meaningful? And I was doubting myself, and it's normal. Right? And it doesn't matter you sitting on a bench or you are, let's say, waiting for the right time to come. This is the right time. So, and this company always will be part of your life. So there is a no that you've been fired, right? So nobody hired you to be fired. Everyone came here for the one purpose, and that was to implement what we call new economic evolution of the world. So this is the first thing that I want to say. The second thing I want to say is that I'm not able right now to share with you what Mila is talking about next year, huge company plans, all right, because it's under the NDA. However, I can say that everything that you've seen before, it was really foundation, right? So we built a very strong foundation, and now we are going to build the house. We are going to build that palace, and that palace will be amazing. It will be spectacular. And then people will start to see it, because when builders are putting the foundation, nobody understands what it is. Yeah, there is some, you know, drawings. Oh, it's really nice house. Okay, I will be able to invest. And even though when you invest, so you are doubting yourself, oh, did you really make a good investment? Because there is no guarantee that this house or this flat or whatever you buy, at the early stage, it will be executed. You understand what I mean? But now the foundation is there. The next phase is when people will see how all the piles are, you know, moving up. When the first floor is ready, the second floor, and then there will be, you know, nice painting, and everything will look really spectacular. That's why if you are the one who jumped out, skip, sitting on a bench, and you wanna Let's say you have this inner feeling that, okay, I have to go back. This is resonating to me. I would like to be one of this team. Then you are always welcome, because I will finish today with this. Guys, we are just starting.
Exactly. We are just started. I remember when we were going to 2022, Neil, I think Neil was always saying, we are going into golden age. And I can feel with this project, we definitely going into golden age. And we are getting started. And before, we are almost finished. I just want to say from my side, all of us, we have given greatest gift to help others. We're not just here on this planet, just like sit and do things. So let's help others. Let's help ourselves. Let's be grateful and thankful for Mila, for Armand, for your friends, for Andre Havrato, who actually built something massive and big. And Mila was asking me, what is tomorrow? That day is well special, but it's all about forgiveness, dreaming, giving, because things will gonna come to you if you're clean and pure. And our project is pure. We are pure. And congratulations, everyone. Let's celebrate phase 2 of WCRU program. Let's look back how beautiful things happen so far in this project, and looking forward for this year and next year to come. As Armand was saying, we are just getting started.
Woo! Thank you so much. And by the way, thanks girls to you, because you were the one who believed when I came with this crazy idea. So you were the first who said, all right, this sounds crazy, but I would like to join. And I know that many people who are watching, they also been, part of that. And you have a lot of people who believed when you approached them and you shared this crazy idea, because it was crazy. But now everyone can see, and evidence is there.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.